Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that have defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion, as we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. Finding some room at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's a small gain, but look who they threw the football to. The fullback. Nice to see him get his opportunities.
And the Red Wolves will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Davis. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense getting set. It's second down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to extend the play. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 now.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Back to throw. It's Davis. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
It's 4th down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
And the Bruins are going to keep this drive rolling. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
2nd down play coming up. No press here. The defense backing away. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Bruins hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Second down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, I really thought on 2nd goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, UCLA. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. The championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Arkansas State offense back on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
You know, on a slant route, you'd like to see some big yards after the catch. But the defense has such tight coverage, there's just nowhere to go. That's a win for the defense, even though they gave up a completion.
They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, they told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
1st and 10 now for the offense. To throw, it's White. He's running out of time here. He's going to take off here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Caught quickly. The Red Wolves are on the move here. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. And looking to throw now on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. And the senior calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. And the Red Wolves will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Takes the handoff again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Powering through the defender. And he scores. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the PAT is good. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it with a 16. That's good coverage there.
Let's go on 3.
For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness here getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Dropping back. It's Davis. Snags a quick throw. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Great move in the open field. Breaks into the clear. It just continues to fight for yards. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Bruins.
What a great example of why this tight end is one of the top tight ends in college football. This guy's got great speed, but he also has the power to be able to break through those arm tackles and take it to the end zone.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner looking to make a play here. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the Red Wolves offense back out there. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Getting set. Here's second down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running past the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. The 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion. He hands it off from the gun. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Boy, just really good vision and patience by this back. He kind of felt his way through and then accelerated through the hole for the first down. One of the things that you see over the years by UCLA is the ability to control the line of scrimmage and have good backs that can pick up big yards.
Running back has it on a screen now. And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
The Bruins have 1st and 10 here. They'll hand it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Pass incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
To the air, it's Davis. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
On the run here. Lets it go. Caught on the outside. It's French. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Bruins line it up with 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
And see what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. Touchdown, UCLA. This offense is still clicking. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. And man, did they make that look easy.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. The Arkansas State offense back on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the 2nd half. Looking to throw it deep. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
To throw, it's White. And now another deep ball here. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback. And you look at the time here before we get to the half. They got a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. The senior quarterback, lucky he didn't get picked off. Almost made a freshman mistake.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
So second down after the incompletion. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
The pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass here on second down. Finds his man. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Just time enough for one more play in the half. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Red Wolves will kick this away to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, he looks left for completion. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down after that previous play. To the air, it's Davis. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? There's a screen pass to the running back. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Secondary backed up off the ball now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
The Bruins begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Davis. Short pass finds the tight end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. We'll see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator. Go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Gives it to the back. Got a lane. Can he get in? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in. But an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense facing second and goal. Looking to pass. It's Davis. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. And they will claim the second half lead. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Red Wolves offense back out there. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's White. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Pass caught down at the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the UCLA offense takes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for the wide out. He pulls it in for a big gain. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
That's textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for the first down. And a good find by the quarterback.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking downfield, it's Davis. And it's caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and medium. And now they'll run it on the draw. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The returner is brought down. It's a start on the next drive. The Arkansas State offense back on the field now. And here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's found some room at the 45. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. Where teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And the Red Wolves getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to find room. It's Wallace.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. It's a run to the left. Jukes to get free. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looks to the left, pass caught. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Looking for a gap. It's Wallace. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out.
Touchdown, Red Wolves. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Quick throw over the middle. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down. Scanning the field, it's Davis. This time, a completion. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Back to pass. It's Davis. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Look at him run through those tacklers. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA.
Chris, this is why we always talk about yards after the catch. He makes this catch. He's nowhere close to getting into the end zone, but his athletic ability allows him to get it in for the touchdown. Now here we are, under 2 minutes to go. Do you kick the extra point to tie it, or do you roll the dice and go for 2 to potentially take the lead?
The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Red Wolves offense back out there. They'll run it from the gun. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41. And a timeout is called late in this tie game. Crucial choices coming up. The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. The offense signals for timeout. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Red Wolves come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field. It's White. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented, and this quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm, and eventually they're going to hit some big plays.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. He's going to bring up a 3rd down play.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Looking to throw for the 1st down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down to the 27. It's a 1st down. This offense really threatening now. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. On the 27, it'll be a 44-yard field goal attempt for the win. And now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. On the 27, it'll be a 44-yard field goal attempt for the win. No problem. Knocks it right through. And with that, they regain the lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Kickoff fielded inside the 20. The return man is brought down, and that makes it official. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports.